In any movie or like a Disney film especially, they always start by you getting to know the character really well, you finding out that you've got things in common with them, you have an emotional connection with them, you understand what's important to them. Then generally something bad happens, whether that be in Toy Story and Buzz arriving and Buzz escaping, or I don't know, fucking Lion King where whatever he's called dies. And then it always ends with this big happy ending which makes everyone walk away feeling delighted. So the story's always the same. It has a big dip which makes you sad, then it ends in a happy state. And I'm starting to realise, I'm hoping that this 5mm by 30 series is going to be the same, because for the past 25, 35 episodes, I feel like you've got to know me, you've got to know what's important to me, you've got to understand that I'm an ambitious little shit but I have my flaws, and I feel that I'm now entering the kind of really hard period of this, and my only hope is that, like a Disney movie, the hard bit's going to happen, the pain's what I'm enduring is all part of this story that's going to end on the high when I achieve this goal in 2.5-3 years time for this 30 million, this 5 million target. 30 million target will be interesting, because so I've always had the core business, and then we've had the two new businesses which are growing to sell. One business in particular, the plan was so unbelievably clear what we needed to do. Yet several weeks ago, something out of our control happened, which has really spiraled us into a place where the original plan is now like out the window. We've had to kind of pivot strategy, but it isn't moving as quickly as we want it to. And I just feel very beaten up by that business at the moment. I invest a lot of time into that business, don't take hardly any money out of that business, which is all easy to do once you know the plan and know how it's going to sell for a certain fee, and it'll all be worth it. When that goes out the window and the actual goal of where we're going with that business becomes a little bit skewed, it becomes difficult. So I'm still dedicating a huge amount of time to that business, but the actual clarity of where we're going and how we're going to get to the place where we sell or take massive cash flow out of that business is a little bit unclear at the moment, although we've established a plan now which we're in the process of building. So that's dropped me in a weird position, and the other business is not moving as quickly as we want it to, or hasn't over the last 12 months, but for the first time I feel we've got real clarity of what we need to do to get where we need to go. So we're in the process of doing that. There is frustrations throughout it, coming up against a lot of barriers, learning a lot about things outside of business, like the politics of business. It's been interesting, and it's making me look back at the main business. It's always been my cash flow business, as I called it, because I know that business model inside out. I've now started putting some real effort into, actually, let's build a real cash flow nest egg here which drives me revenue every month, so I can focus on the other two without cash flow ever becoming an issue. And I've given that like a couple of months of focus, and instantly I know what I'm doing with that business. I know how to scale those businesses. I've done it for clients numerous times. So I'm starting to do that for my own now, and opportunities are emerging. I'm getting a lot of attention by doing some quite unique stuff, and we're selling stuff really well. So yeah, I just feel like I'm in a really weird bubble right now, a little bit beaten up and frustrated. Every time I feel like I get ahead, I get pushed back. And I do believe, like, the cliche of this building a business being like a roller coaster, I felt like for a long time we were being pulled up by that chain. Had a little one of them dips now. I do feel like I'm going through a loop-de-loop at the moment. Loop-de-loop. So yeah, a bit fucked mentally and physically, but I feel like I'm hopefully coming out the back of that now and getting a little bit more clarity on what's going on. And we are potentially a deal away from being in a phenomenal position for one of our businesses. So yeah, a lot on my plate at the moment. But I feel like we I don't know, a little bit frustrated, a little bit beaten up by it. it's not been as beautiful as it has been in the past. So currently walking over broken glass, putting out fires, eating shit, with the hope that this Disney dream of the happy ending is going to happen. So there's an update for you. Bit of a dark one, an honest one, and I really hope I have more positive stuff to report. Sorry if I've ruined your day or brought your tone down, but yeah, that's where we're up to as of now, the beginning of March 2019.